Bowl 54. Before the Chiefs and Niners take the field, all of us here at the Fox Sports South Beach set have the honor of bringing you four legends, in their own words, sharing stories from their extraordinary days at the University of Miami. This is the reunion. Starting at wide receiver, 1987 national champion, three-time Super Bowl winner, Hall of Fame Dallas Cowboy, number 47, Michael Irvin.
Oh, wait a minute. We get some smoke coming out here. What's up, baby? How you doing, baby? How we doing? What's up, baby? Yes. Here, huh? What's up, baby? What's up? How you guys doing?
Also at wide receiver, Miami Sports Hall of Famer, six-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champion, number 87, Reggie Wayne.
Smoke, baby, light me up, light me up. You get me in there, let's go. All right, now. You late with the smoke, baby. I like that. 47. That's that 47. Hey, real.
Now at safety, 2001 national champion, Super Bowl winner with the Baltimore Ravens, NFL Hall of Famer, and member of the esteemed NFL 100, number 20, Ed Reed. It's getting hot in here now because here comes our linebacker, two-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year, two-time Super Bowl champion, one of the top 100 players in NFL history, Hall of Fame legend, number 52, Ray Lewis.
Easy like Sunday morning. Yeah, baby. What up, Bubba? How you doing? Man.
All right, Michael Irvin. It's 1985. 18-year-old Michael Irvin is one of the top recruits in the country. He can go to any school he wants. Why Miami?
And let me tell you how this went down.
Now, here we go.
Here we go. Answer the question, man. Why I picked Miami. Miami had recruited some of the top wide receivers out of the country. We already had Brian Blades there. Right. They got Brett Perriman coming. And then they had this guy, that's all everybody was talking about, Andre Brown coming from Chicago. He caught 6 touchdowns in one game. Oh, okay. And everybody said to me, Michael, there's no way you're going to the U. They already got all their wide receivers. I said, oh, you just gonna count me out like this? Like you just gonna, so you telling me if I go, I'm not playing? I am definitely going to show you, and I'm serious. What was so interesting about it, I went to compete with them because they were supposed to be the best. Okay. And what was so interesting about it is that's exactly what Miami was all about. Okay. It was all about competing. Talk about it. It was all about competing, and that's why I went to Miami, because they said I shouldn't go, and I wanted to go to prove them that I am the guy. That's right. Yeah. That's right. You're right. That's what that thing was about.
I'm glad I know you.
Hey, that thing was serious.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you a funny story with me, right?
Tell me, Reggie.
Believe it or not, I had been committed to LSU already. Yeah. I was supposed to go to LSU. I was on the same recruiting trip with Ed Reed.
Really?
Together. Same time.
Right.
This was in 97.
96
we was seniors in 96.
Right.
Yeah. Right. I was supposed to go to LSU, right? I had one more trip left. You get 5 trips. I had one more trip left. I said, man, let me know what? let me check out Miami, right? I'd never seen a palm tree a day in my life. At this time, Miami Vice was hot.
Oh, man.
Miami Vice, you know,
Tubs,
Tubs. Yeah, I said, man, hold up,
yeah.
I might see Tubs when I go down there.
I might see Tubs.
Go down there, we land.
Pristine.
I looked at them palm trees, I said, oh my God.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm in heaven.
Yeah.
I never left. I'm still here. I never left. I never left. I'm still here. No bags, no nothing.
Quick, what got you to Miami, Quick? I got to know this.
I wasn't highly recruited at all. You know, the politician the councilman in my neighborhood was Curtis Johnson's dad.
Okay.
Curtis Johnson was the receiver coach here at the time. Reggie, he recruited me and Reggie at the same time. And my uncle talked to his dad and told him he needed to come watch me play. And he come to Destrehan, he watched me play, told me to get my grades together, and you got a scholarship. I said, to the University of Miami? I said, all right, cool. Got my grades together. I was playing basketball at the time I was being recruited, so I only came here for one day. I lift up that shade like you do when you're about to land.
Yeah.
I saw the blue water. I said, man, home sweet home. Right? Hey, and but really what got me outside of what Mike talked about competing, because I didn't care about competition. I know I could play football on the moon, bro. And when I got to the recruiting part, to the school, I was there with Dwayne Starks, Rod Mack, Al Blades. Rest his soul. Al Blades saw me and was like, this is my guy.
Yeah.
And I saw how close those guys were.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That brotherhood was strong out the gate.
Yeah.
And I was committed from then on, man.
That's crazy. You know what? You know what's funny? So we have really similar stories, and we've talked about this before. So on my last senior year of high school, I was a wrestler. So I was 100
State champ wrestler.
State champ wrestler.
Don't leave that out.
Yeah.
I was a bad boy that but it was funny, man, because I didn't have a scholarship.
Word.
I didn't have
I remember that.
one scholarship offer coming out of high school. But everybody that I played against, I outplayed them. Yeah. I'm like, man, I'm rushing for 100. I was running it too.
Back too.
Reg, hold on now. Let's shook him now. Shook him, get back there now. I knew what to do with it.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, man, I cannot believe, nobody's giving me a chance, whatever. And then I took one trip to Florida State, and Chuck Amato was the defensive coordinator at the time. And I get there and he says, we have a really special guy here. His name is Derek Brooks. And he said, in 2-3 years, we're going to put some size on you, and you will be ready to play by your junior year. And I got up and I stood up and I shook his hand, Ed, and I said, how you know I ain't better than Derek Brooks right now?
Right.
And I walked out.
Yeah.
4 days before signing day.
Wow.
4 days before signing day, I had no scholarship offers.
Right on.
The University of Miami saw me play my last high school game against Jamie German.
Okay.
And the Fort Myers.
Yeah.
Art Kehoe and Dennis Erickson.
We need to bring him back.
Called me on the phone. Somebody blew out their knee riding a four-wheeler 4 days before.
Wow.
They say we're giving you the last scholarship the University of Miami have. And I got on that road and I ain't turned around since.
I remember my visit too. You talking about a visit, and they were, they were playing some pretty good football. Just won national championship, and we were taking a visit, and I was sitting on the pole, tossing the ball up in the air. Eddie Brown and Stanley Shakespeare out there playing wide receiver, and they walked up to me. They were like, "What you doing, young?"
Oh my gosh! No way! Hey, buddy! Congratulations!
Now, true story. Our first Super Bowl.
Yes.
Our first Super Bowl, I go up, and there's media, like thousands. I said, you know what? I was born in Port Arthur, Texas.
Hold off.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to school at University of Arkansas. Undefeated.
Yeah.
Lost no games. But my home is South Florida, and I'm from the U. This guy talking about competing.
Yes.
He's talking about competing.
Real.
Yes, sir.
I remember he was a freshman.
I was a freshman.
And I'm saying, okay, I got to straighten these guys out.
Oh, boy.
And they come to me, they said, Michael just got in a hell of a fight with one of our offensive guards. I said, oh, my God, why? I said, Michael, what'd you do? He said, Coach, I was in line in the chow hall. And he says, I forgot the guy, Earthquake Magoon, whoever he was. Big old offensive guard. He said he jumped right in front of me because he was a senior.
Yeah.
Right.
He said, I let him have it. He said, I've been fighting for chicken all my life.
And I swear, I had just gotten to Miami. I had just gotten out of the ghetto of Fort Lauderdale and got to Miami. And I walked out the whole walk to his office. I said, I know they're going to send me home. I got in the fight the first day here. I know Coach is going to send me home, man. But Coach, I got to tell you, man, and I love you for it. Coach put my mind at ease because I had just lost my father. He says, I know you've been going through stuff, son, but we can't fight each other. We're going to be playing together around here. Right. We got plenty of people out there to fight.
Yes,
he said, we can't fight each other. Now, we're going to be a team. We can't fight each other. And then he said, wait, have you ever thought about boxing?
Mike ain't fighting nobody. Mike ain't fighting nobody.
Ray, I got to tell you one other thing. Was he on time for this show or not?
Was he on time?
Yeah, he was.
I was here before Ray.
He was here before Ray.
Hey, man, I was my name that last man.
First time ever.
First time in history he was on time. First time ever.
Oh, hey, tell me about it now.
I would say this, because Coach, you just showed up. You know, what a lot of people don't talk about the university had, especially when I was there, and Reggie can attest to this, is that we had great coaches.
Yeah.
Coaches that were raising young men to be at this stage here. We don't get here without great coaches.
Well,
so
thank you. I mean,
Yeah,
I had my assistants. You look at the assistants I had.
Yeah.
You know, Wanstead, you know,
Bush Davis,
Bush, oh my God.
who coached us. Yeah.
Tupperville, Orgeron.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
We just won a national championship.
On and
God.
on.
Yeah. Staff matters.
Joe Brodsky, Hubbard Alexander. You know, we had great coaches. We had a great assistant staff.
Yeah.
But the one thing about him being late, we're going to Detroit.
Yeah.
I'm on the plane. I'm on the plane. I'm sitting up front. So it's about 10 minutes before we take off.
I'm pulling up.
I look at it, and Troy is trying to help him. Troy comes up, Coach, he's right out there when I'm talking about. I said, shut the door, we're gone.
That player taking off.
Hey, we go up, we played, we got to Detroit. I don't know how the hell you got up there. But you got up there.
Right.
We're watching tape. So he comes and sits down, all meekly sits next to him.
Coach was hot. He was hot, too. Oh, he was hot.
I said, you know you're not starting.
Yeah.
So he said, okay, Coach. We start the game. First series, we go 3 and out. North turns on the he said, you think we punished him enough?
When did he play my game today?
I said, okay, Michael, get on in there.
We got to go win this. We know
Where did the U culture start? Not Miami, not the University of Miami. Where did the U, that is all about the U, start from Coach?
Sam Jankovic came to me. He had an idea. He said, I want to have the whole group, and we're going to have the U, and we're going to put a little baseball player here, and a little football player here, and a little tennis player here, and have that in the middle of the U.
Okay.
I said, Sam, we don't need those little players. I said, when we do the U, we're all together. We're a family.
Yeah.
We don't need to have one sport, this sport, that sport.
Yeah.
We're a family.
No doubt.
And when I see the U, I know what that means. We're about to kick your rear end. That's what it means.
And we're on the way back. I'll tell you one thing, Coach. And not to go back to the recruiting trip, right? But you mentioned family, right? So out of all the places I went, LSU, Oklahoma State, I don't even remember the rest, right?
I coached Oklahoma State.
Good. I feel sorry for you. It was a little chilly out there when I went out there. I definitely want to go
being on the moon.
So I get to Miami. It was 17 of us on one recruiting trip. 17 guys, right?
Wow.
I get there. The one thing I saw at Miami that I didn't see at all the other places, everybody hung out with everybody.
Absolutely.
It didn't matter if you were black, white, O-lineman, receiver. Everybody
Baseball,
hung
football,
out together.
basketball.
I said, I like this right here. This is special.
I think the most special thing for me being at the University of Miami, the first day I walked in to what Green Tree looked like, the mystique around what you had set and what you guys had done. And I remember sitting there and I'm watching these giants of legends, and the first time I've ever walked out of the Orange Bowl and felt that smoke, and I never forget it because I wasn't playing, right? Because I was just coming out and I'm just a freshman. So I walk out and I'm like, wait. They playing this?
Yeah.
Like these guys playing this. And it's the one thing I say to this day, right? That's the one place that we should have never let go. There was nothing like the Orange Bowl, man. It was so, when you look at the movie Gladiator, right? That dome, when you walked in there, the door was locked. You ain't getting out of there without a fight. We was going to do everything we had to do.
Well, they could have ran out the open end if they wanted.
They could.
They know who you were playing.
Because the mother boys on that other end.
Coach at Oklahoma State. Coach came, when he came here, we were getting ready to go play Oklahoma. And Coach had some problems beating Oklahoma. And we were going to Oklahoma. They had never lost a season opener in Oklahoma ever. And Coach was sitting there, he was hot. Every time, anything he's on us about any little thing, he was hot. He was tight. I had to walk up on us. Hey, Coach. I say, hey, I know they gave you some trouble at Oklahoma State, but you're carrying a different stick this time. Calm down. Calm down. We're going to go take care of this business. And we went right up there, and I went right down the sideline 56 yards early, and we took them out of the game,
Hey,
man.
Michael, you
Right
remember?
there.
Hey, you were right. I was scared to death.
They was scared. Don't worry about that game. You was worried.
And I'm walking through all those players, and I always, in our pregame warm-ups, I had them play that Phil Collins and
That's
Air
what
the
I
Night.
was getting ready. That was the one right
Even
there.
when I went to Dallas, I said, hey, you play that song anytime I'm walking through the pregame. Right? Played it every time.
I was getting there.
Yes.
That song? Wait a minute.
I said, when I start going and saying, hey, have a good one.
Yes, sir.
You start that song now. Boom, 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 boom. It got me ready now.
That's legendary.
So I'm in the pregame warm-up, and Jerome Brown, bless his soul.
Bless his soul.
Yes.
Jerome's there stretching, and here comes the Oklahoma players down the little ramp, the ones that have been kicking my rear end for a long time. Jerome says, fresh meat, fresh meat. Jerome, don't make these guys mad now. I've seen them play before. Fresh meat. Well, hey, we went out there, and remember old Bosworth? Bosworth had been running his mouth. Alonzo hit Bosworth, knocked him right on his back, and stood right over the top of us. Oh my God! Hey, one of the happiest days of my life, right there.
What is it about the culture of the University of Miami? Why do we produce so many first-round talents?
I think because your hardest game is on Green Tree.
It's on freaking it's in practice.
When you said that, when you said it earlier, Green Tree was really where the competition level was the highest for me.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, there was no competition, I think, away from that facility. And even when we made it to the league, and Reggie know this, when we went back to work out and guys came from different places, they was like, man, I'm not doing this.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not working out with you guys.
Yeah.
You know, guys will shut it down. But that competition level on Green Tree, wouldn't get any harder than that.
Pro Scouts told me this when I was there. He said, every Pro Scout that came down, they said, we love watching you practice because we see how you're going to play.
Absolutely.
I mean, it was scrimmage.
It was
full go. And, you know, I think doing that, I think it prevented some injuries.
Yeah.
No, it did.
I mean, guys work out in shorts all the time. They get the hit.
Well, the
They
thing
get
about
hurt.
it, and I know all of us as players know, and I know you, because you talked about it earlier, you didn't want to come off that field because who was behind you?
You did not want to come off that field.
Not tired, not hurt.
No.
You better be dying to get off that football field.
And who's behind me? You get to play in the toilet bowl. You're going to make me.
I played in the toilet bowl.
Right, the toilet bowl was everybody that didn't play in the game on Saturday, they had a toilet bowl on Green Tree. All the freshmen, we made them scrimmage to keep them sharp on that Monday, man, and it was incredible. Because let me ask you this, Coach, because one of the things I love that you started there, and I remember you talking to us about it in meeting rooms, when we were winning games, but everybody was getting on us.
Right.
And everybody was getting on you. The president, they were all getting on you. You called us up and you said, guys, a lot of people are getting on me. A lot of people are getting on us about the way we play football. And you said, listen, be yourself. Let's just win.
Yeah.
I'll take all of that heat.
Oh, yeah.
Just keep winning.
And I said, enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
This is the greatest time of your life.
Yeah, right.
True.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it. And hey, celebrate. Do your deal. Don't give me a penalty. Don't taunt. Don't disrespect the opponent.
Yeah.
But you have fun.
Yes.
Have fun.
No,
I mean, that's all I cared about.
We had fun.
I'm just sitting here thinking about how Ed was talking about the guy behind you.
Wow.
Was good.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, let me
Real
tell you,
good.
check this out, right? Me and Santana Moss, we starters. We the starting receivers, right? We had our own substitution. So when you get tired, you tap the helmet, then the backup comes in, right?
Yeah.
Well, I had Andre Johnson behind me.
You ain't tapping no help, man.
I ain't coming out. Because I ain't getting back in there. I hurt my ankle, right? Curtis Johnson was like, Reggie, come out. No! I got this. Not letting him in the game. That was our motto.
Yeah, man.
Our motto was, if you get hurt, you're bad.
Yeah.
Because the guy behind you is probably better than you anyway.
Yeah.
So, oh man, we had a lot of guys.
But also when we was in school, Mike talked about the competing against each other, right? And needless to say, Reggie and I from Louisiana, we came in together. Same year, everything, right? Roommates, everything. Delvin Brown and Santana are our suite mates. They went to school together at Carriage City. That's a DB, Delvin, a receiver, Santana. Long story short, we the police department at practice, Coach.
Okay.
We had this thing. We had this thing.
They writing
No
tickets.
matter if the ball on the ground or in the air, so long as you don't get in the end zone, that was our mentality. We'll live to fight another day, but we're going to run you down.
Yeah.
So they'll catch a ball, you'll see everybody chasing them. And when we get there, we're going to pull you over, write you a ticket. Right? So check it out, Shug. Check it out. So we had practice one day. I don't know if it was Ed Reed who hit Santana or not. I don't know. But somebody hit Santana, right? Hit you, one of the two of y'all, right? Hit Santana. I come up, write the ticket. Ow! Keep on walking, right? Santana pushed, I think, Marquise on the next play. They start fighting. We start fighting. So we walk over to the heck. This training camp. We walk over to the heck where the dorms, where the cafeteria at. We get over there. Like, what's up, fellas? They ain't say nothing.
Speaking of y'all.
So look, they got their own table. It's nothing but receivers. I said, oh, that's how we doing it. All right, cool, right? It don't stop there. Get to the dorms. Walk in the room. What's up, Weez?
I ain't talking to you.
They didn't say nothing to me. So I said, okay, I go in there. What's up, Santana? Tan ain't say nothing. I said, D Brown, man, they tripping, dog. They tripping, bro. Bro, that next day at practice, bombs over bags. What? Hey, everything deep. Everything
It's about to be
deep.
a track meet out here.
But that was the driving force, man, of it,
you're
man.
right, because and see what it was. You can take it to the coaches. Because I mean, Axe would jump in. I would at any time anything goes on in between wide receivers and DBs, we get one-on-one going.
Right.
Next thing you know, then you got the coaches. I had Axe over there arguing that deep. We'll kick your butt. We would go at it, man. It were the greatest times in the world, man.
You know, something special possibly may happen Saturday night.
Yeah.
We've all gotten that knock on the door. But I want to say personally, Coach, welcome home, Coach. Welcome home, man. Absolutely. You know, because I think it's really interesting, and I think a lot of people would want to know this, right? You don't understand what a Hall of Famer is until you become a Hall of Famer. You realize it ain't how strong you are, how many plays you made. It was the sacrifice,
Absolutely.
Easy, that you made, right, to get to that point. When you get that, you will get that knock on that door. And when you get that knock on that door, me and Mike was just talking about it. You think it's going to be, oh, cool, I know I'm a Hall of Famer. Man, you get that knock on the door, that hand is heavy. David Baker's hand is heavy.
We were just talking about this, and I tell you what we were joking about. Because, you know, I was telling you, when you're playing and everybody's trying to, man, you going to make the Hall of Fame. I ain't worried about that. I'm going to do what I do. I ain't worried about it. Whether I make it or not. If I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't. That's what you say. But after them 5 years of waiting, and then they start talking about Hall, and they say, it's your time up. Please, I want to get in so bad. Everything flips and changes, man. And it's so important, Coach, to get you in. Reggie, you are going to get in.
You're getting in.
There is no doubt about it, because soon we will have the most from any school. Right now it's Notre Dame. But we got Reggie coming, we got Ed coming, we just got Jimmy in, and we haven't been around as long as those other schools have been around. But when it comes to Gold Jackets, we gonna ring the top bell. That's what we will do.
I'm gonna let you guys have it. You know, but let me just say this, just like I said when I started. As much as I love the U, I love you guys.
I appreciate that, buddy. I love you too.
All right, Ed. Congrats, thank you. All right, congratulations. Thank you.
I'll be there waiting for you, walking down that aisle.
I'll be there too, Coach.
We'll be there waiting for you, coming down that aisle.
All right, hey.
Thanks for stopping by, Coach.
Thank you for the, they say, was it Dallas Cowboys? The greatest time of my life was right there. That's right there at the U. Thank you.
That's all right.
We playing together, right? And we do this series on the importance of that song. Remember in Baltimore, Steve McNair, rest in peace, was there. And Phil Collins himself never knew that his song was that popular, played in stadiums. Right? And so while a lot of people had the myth around Phil Collins wrote this because he saw somebody drown and this and that, it was actually false. Phil Collins actually wrote that song at the lowest moment of his life, when his wife actually left him for his interior decorator.
Wow.
So it's amazing, right? Because the lesson, and I think all of us can appreciate this, because this is what the University of Miami, I'm telling you, this is why the U sits so different than any other college. Because you will be tested.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You will be tested, right? Whether it's the person behind you, whether it's getting out of your own way, it's something gonna test you when you at the U. And it's what made us push through it. That makes you talk about that number of so many first rounders and so many Hall of Famers. Man, that's a culture, right? And so when you talk about, my next question is to you guys, how do you get that back? How do we get the U back to where the U should be?
Yeah, and you know, and it's so interesting that Jimmy stopped by because, you know, I thought it was imperative what he did when he took over for Howard. You know, allowing people to be individuals. You know, and at that time, there were so many things we were fighting for, you know, as a group, as a unit. And you got all of these kids coming from all over. We came into Miami. Nobody was giving Miami any credit to play up against the Notre Dames and all these other big schools, man. And he came in. And when Jimmy just said, guys, we are different here. Be different. Don't worry about anybody else. I'll take all the heat. Be yourself. And I think that was key. That was key, Ray. And that's what we got to somehow get back to, winning and having fun. Stop talking about everything else and only talk about one thing, and that's winning. Winning takes care of everything, and we talk about a whole lot of stuff, but not enough winning.
Well, I can echo a lot of the stuff you just said, but here's another part that I want to add to the puzzle. Come together as a team.
Right.
Want to play with your brother.
Oh boy.
Go. We did everything together.
Yeah,
no matter where we went, wherever we went, we went together. I mean, we rolled deep. It didn't matter, right? So that when you do everything together, when you get out there in between those lines,
those are conversations.
You don't. I didn't want to let Reed down. He played on defense, right? I didn't want to let him down. And if I did something wrong, I didn't take it personal because he corrected me. Like a lot of guys just they get a little sensitive. Right? We did everything together. We took coaching. It didn't matter if our teammates corrected us on something. We took it in stride. We critiqued ourselves, and we went out there to get better.
You spend that time together eating and hanging out, but in those times, you're committing thoughts to what you want to do. Like, dude, this year, we're going this year. We're going this year. This is where I think we miss a lot right now. Because when you don't hang together, you're not planting those championship seeds. And that's what needs to be planned. It doesn't start in September when the season starts. That thing has to start right now, going through all season training, and you looking at each other talking, dude, this year gonna be different. We're gonna do it this year. You gotta start making those commitments.
And you guys are saying something, right? Because I think my goodness, when I saw these youngsters come behind what we had created, when I came behind what you had created,
Ray, I remember you saying that to me, Ray.
You remember that?
When I came in,
you remember that?
What you gonna do? He said, I'm gonna leave my mark.
You remember that?
I'm gonna be the greatest. I promise.
He was the first person. He was the first person I actually called. USA Today went crazy because I said I'm gonna be the greatest to ever do it. They ever walk up out of here. They were like, oh man, you're gonna be the greatest, whatever. Michael Irvin called me. He said, that's a hurricane.
That's what it is.
Right? But it's the self-critique that's made us so great. That's what you're talking about, right? It's what made us great at Baltimore.
No doubt.
Right? Man, we critiqued each other. Coaches didn't have to critique. Coaches just had to put in the game plan.
That's what I was.
From the game plan, when me and this man got on the field together, I'm looking back at him saying, hey, 2-0, stay backside, I'm going front side, and ain't nothing getting past here. Right? And that's what we play football. You know what I'm saying? What? Mike, you already know.
Let me get Lou to sit down before he come back out of retirement.
You know I will. Stay ready.
But no, it was truly what everybody's saying. It was that accountability in the locker room first. You wouldn't make it out that locker room if you ain't do the right thing. When I was there, them lights would go off in a minute. You know, you hear that whoop.
You hear that?
You hear that noise you heard when we played against Florida down there, and they tell that story. Wanted to be those guys. We only had 16 scholarships when we came. Coach Davis said, y'all will be the guys to change this back. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to leave without a national championship. I could have came out with Reggie in them first round and everything. Actually, it went higher. but I'd have never got to Baltimore. God don't make no mistakes, and I'd have never won this national championship.
Still trying to do it, man. I don't care what your record is. They want to beat Miami, man. But I remember when you guys were playing, man, I came back. Reggie Santana was going off out there, man. And I was right on the sideline with him. I said, that's what you do.
Whoa. On the sideline?
Yeah, I was.
You met me on the hash.
I was out on the field out there,
You met me on
and I was telling them too,
man.
Every time they come on, I say, hey, this is a big time game. Big time players, step up right here.
Big time players.
And boy, they went out there and went off, man.
I'm like,
I was
Mike,
off the team.
I say, Mike, I don't think you belong on the hash. You got to get off the hash, Mike. We're going to get in trouble, man. There's a picture out there right now where Mike is kissing me on my cheek on the 50-yard line.
Hey,
in the middle of the game.
Making plays.
That's what Hurricane football was Hurricane.
Oh, man.
They were out there making plays.
Mike came out there clean, bro.
All white linen.
But by the time,
It was about 110 degrees out there.
soaking wet.
Soaking wet.
That thing was serious.
Give each one of you guys, give me your greatest memory on the field and off the field at the University of Miami.
My greatest memory by far is winning the national championship.
Yeah.
You know, it was so long before that, man, and just being around there. Well, I remember I used to walk around and look at the championship plaques and just wonder to myself, like, how can we win a championship? You know, we should have won it the year and we went to the Sugar Bowl, Reg, and we actually had a great team that year. I think it was probably one of the best teams ever, honestly. But I wanted to make sure, man, we had that back. You know, I was the Papa Smurf for college football my senior year, man. Nobody was older than me, and I wanted to make sure we won that. Off the field, damn. I don't know if we can talk about those.
Let me come back to that.
This is my.
That's another segment. Reggie, let's stay on the field, bro.
So this is going to be funny, right?
Yeah.
The one memory that stands out in my mind, right? We were playing Syracuse in Syracuse, right? I'm not playing. I had just that week, I had torn my ACL, right? This is Donovan McNabb's and them senior year, right? They ran the score up on us, 66-13.
I remember that. I suffered for that.
66-13, right? We in there. I'm not going to tell you what happened in the locker room. That's another segment, right? But our receiver coach, Curtis Johnson, told all the receivers, come here. He made us watch Syracuse Orangemen celebrate, because they was going to the Orange Bowl.
Yeah.
They was all out there throwing oranges. He made us stand in the end zone and watch them celebrate. That right there changed me for the rest of my life. That made me get serious about everything. School, film study, better relationships.
Wow.
It changed everything because I said, I want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
I want to celebrate just like that.
Yeah.
So that changed everything for me. So mine wasn't on victories. It was something that we went out as a team that we wasn't successful on. But watching them celebrate, I felt like I won.
I thought you was going to talk about the flush.
I know, man. Yeah, we're going to go that way. That's another segment.
And mine, on the field, it would have to be the 87 championship game. I mean, just to think, we were playing Oklahoma, and they had been talking all week. You know, became a great friend of mine because he was from Dallas when I got drafted. I got a chance to meet him. They had this top DB, Ricky out there.
Yeah.
And Ricky was supposed to be bad boy. He was a bad boy. Probably his fifth pick for Cincinnati coming out of draft, Ricky Dixon. And I just remember saying, all right, they got him projected to be a high draft pick. And I remember saying that week saying, hey man, listen, down here, I don't know what they do one-on-one football at Oklahoma, but down here, one-on-one football, we do this all day. And if they put Ricky on me, he won't get drafted in the NFL. I'm going to send him straight to the USFL. He would not get drafted. And that pass, he was sitting there, and we needed a touchdown to solidify the game. Right in the corner of the end zone, I ran that back route. Caught that baby, and I went in the stands. and I yelled. And when I went in the stands, I went over there to celebrate with the people. They almost snatched my black butt up in their stand. I was like, oh, wait a minute. And then I was like, how can I get out of here? But I'll never forget it. I'll never forget celebrating, winning that national championship in the Orange Bowl, beating Oklahoma, and running in that crowd with all those fans, man, and them snatching me up. That was the greatest moment for me.
My off the field. Reg know about this. You know we did it in Baltimore, too. Y'all probably did it, Mike. My favorite thing, we used to go to Coconut Grove on Thursdays.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, after we had
another segment.
After we had the players only meeting. Off the field, that players only meeting, when we shut that door and no coaches in there.
Oh my goodness.
All shit hit the fan.
What's Coconut Grove?
We count everything. Coconut Grove is Hooters, man.
This is another segment, Click.
You brought me back.
I'm telling you, we're going to get a jump.
Everybody like wings, man. I'm going to go ahead and light my cigar while y'all talk. Y'all go ahead, man.
Look, we know this, right? The U owning the city. When you was playing, when you walked around this city.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, you got
the Dolphins, we need hugs. It's okay. It's okay.
They're right behind.
It's all love. It's all love. It's all love. It's all love. I mean, the Dolphins should have drafted all of us. I don't know what they was thinking.
Right.
God, darn it, what they was thinking. Anyway, what did it feel like in this when you was walking in this city?
And you can get in the club before the dog.
Anybody, man.
Anybody.
You go to the front of the line. Wasn't no line. Wasn't no line.
Hey, come on to the front. And when they call me, I look back, I see some of them Dolphins players. I said, come on, you can go with me. Come on, you go with me. Come on, walk up here with me, buddy. Because they didn't even know. The dude was stuck. They were sitting in line. I'm looking at it. I was like, man, come on, man. Let me help you out, man. Let me get you in the spot with us, man. And they would always have a spot for us wherever because after we done hit it up, well, we played, so they would always have a spot where they took care of us, man. I got to say, I tell young dudes now, they come to me, I say, man, what do you think I should do? I said, well, what are you thinking about? They said, well, I'm looking at West Virginia, Miami. I said, you ain't got no decision. What are you asking me for? You talking about West Virginia or Miami? Are you serious? Are you joking, man? That's not even a decision. Because if you win in Miami and you get this city, you got this city for the next 40 years. If you win in West Virginia, you ain't never going to hell back there. What good does it do you? You ain't never going back there. You gonna spend some time in Miami.
From West Virginia.
But no.
I want to make sure
they ain't going back there. If they weren't from West Virginia, they ain't going back. That's why they here. That's why they here.
Make sure they ain't got no garbage cans.
I'm trying to tell you, man. You want to win and own this city, man.
Yeah.
It's different than any place else, man. And I don't see why everybody's not running to
I tell you why it's different, because you might find yourself having a U reunion with your brothers and having yourself a nice stogie.
Boy, you rough now. Yeah. You rough.
Yeah, I'm sitting up there.
And you don't win a Super Bowl, and you a Hall of Famer? Boy, you rough. Boy, you rough. You rough.
But saying that right, I said something right. Because all of us up here now, and you know, Reg's getting that gold jacket.
Yeah.
That's what greatness is.
Tell me what greatness is.
We didn't just do it here at Miami.
Yeah.
What we got here, we carried to where we were and planted those seeds too and helped others. All of us, everybody talks about the numbers you did, what you did, but we walked off that field. We got rings. We reached the pinnacle of every spot we went in. I like to say, for guys like this, everywhere we set our feet in the sand, we left a footprint of greatness.
Yeah.
That's all I know. We left a footprint of greatness. And we got championships and gold jackets to say it, and that's what it is. But coming from you.
But I gotta say,
Get over there and sit down somewhere.
Yes, sir, buddy.
I I gotta say this. I gotta say this because I gotta go ahead and join in. Your Deacon Reader, step in this. Because I know my brothers right here, and we all traveled some rough roads. As a kid, you will. I know I'm on TV smoking a cigar, but you know, I definitely would tell the kids don't smoke. No, really. I mean, until you're responsible enough to take care of your own bills, till you have your own house. You know what I'm saying? You're on your
Take care of your body.
You know what I'm saying? You take care of your priorities.
You can have a cigar if you're training every day.
Exactly, but that's different. That's different. I'm just saying when we was in college, man, you gotta be responsible.
On this side of life, though.
At the end of the time, I'm talking about.
Not when you playing, young guy. You know what I'm talking about? Looking like Achilles over there.
We gotta say that.
We're not done yet, but you guys are celebrating like champions, and you are champions. So let's bring some out for the rest of you.
Mike ain't never had a cigar in his life. He never had one in his life.
Give me two. I'm gonna hold on to this.
You may need another.
George,
You never had one in your life. You ain't never had one.
I got the cutter, everything.
Hey, don't be chopping your finger
None of them
off, man.
stories.
There you go. Don't be chopping your finger off.
Hey, man.
Hey,
We're getting the stuff, man. Listen. It's. I'm telling you, like, going back, man. Honestly, like, my greatest on the field moment. I never forget it. I got dropped off the first day of college. I walked on Miami campus. I had one treasure chest. I had one pair of jeans. I had 3 white t-shirts. I had a pack of big pens and 2 folders.
Well, you ain't had nothing.
And $20 worth of food stamps.
Oh, you a baller.
Man, I was balling. Look, I stepped, I'll never forget it. I'm telling you, I remember the date. I stepped across the line and I said, man, I'm at the University of Miami.
I'm gonna be all right.
I said, when I'm done, it'll be forever.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, like, I'm telling you guys, man, what we've done need to be taught all over again, right?
Yeah.
Because the culture of it, it's leaving us, bro. You know what I'm saying? You watching these kids try to play the game?
No, we're watching them out when we out.
Yeah.
We go
You can't be out when you out, right?
Come on, man.
What we did for the game, we didn't have a plan B. I tell my sons this all the time.
I had a plan B.
I ain't had no plan B.
I had.
My plan B was going back to the hood.
Yeah.
I ain't going back to the hood.
We ain't going back.
We ain't going back.
Yeah.
We ain't going back. But that's why I think if you can give somebody that's looking for that one leg of inspiration, what was that moment? Because that was the moment for me.
Yeah.
That was the moment where I picked up my freaking chin and walked with my chest high.
Yeah.
And say, okay, now you got to make a freaking way.
Yeah.
Right? You ain't got all the things that you're supposed to have. I'm not turning backwards.
Yeah.
It's too many of us looking for that call, Mike.
Yeah.
They have talent.
Yeah.
But they don't have that it.
Yeah.
That's why the U is the U, man.
Right.
Bro, we did something special. I'm telling you,
Talent only gonna take you so far.
We gonna give it.
Right.
We gonna give
the kicker right there.
We gonna give credit because I want y'all to give a quick note. Because this is where this is going, right? Greatness never dies.
No.
Legacies never die.
No.
Because it's embedded in your heart.
Yeah.
That's what Kobe Bryant done for us, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man.
What made it so special and what we're talking about is apropos to bring up right here, because the reality is physical skill set, we see people with that.
Yeah.
Right.
You see people with talent. Kobe was so talented, but what made him so special, even with that talent, he worked.
Yeah.
He worked We got guys now, man, and they're physically gifted. God has blessed them. Boom, boom, giving them all kinds of gifts. But when you talk to them about the process that you have to go through before you get the prize,
my goodness,
they don't want to hear nothing about that.
Goodness.
They just want the prize. And there's a process you have to go through of hard work, of sacrifice, of commitment. You have to go through that process before you get to the prize, man. And it don't come any other way. It doesn't come any other way.
Tell me what's your fondest memory of KB, man? I know it's many.
Man. Come back to me. I want the best one. Let me think about that.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I got plenty of memories. I mean, he was a dog, man. But, we don't know the day or the hour when we gonna go, man. It's all in the Almighty's hand. What I've learned over life, man, up to this point, 41 years, I'm the same age as Kobe. So it hits me different, because I'm from a place where you don't make it past 14. So, and the things that he was doing off the court, the things he was doing as a father, those are the things you look at as men and say that's how you want to be. You want to emulate that, So I think, man, the Almighty, when it's our time, when it's our expiration date, we're only left here with memories. This is what we're going to take. Y'all are forever, y'all remember this the rest of y'all lives. Your kids you'll talk about it, you know what I'm saying? This is what it's about right here. These moments, because that's all you get. It ain't the money, it ain't the jewelry. One of my favorite movies of all time is Wildcats. And it's just this the sport of kings. Yeah, better than diamond rings. Yeah. We wouldn't be here without football. No doubt about it. But yeah, man, rest in peace, 2-4, number 8.
The one thing about Kobe, right, and I'll admit, I know he was a dog. He was one of the best ever, right? But I was always devil's advocate because all my friends are Kobe fans. So I would always play devil's advocate and tell him why he's not the best, right? But when I saw it on the news, what happened to Kobe, and I saw how it affected me, and I never met Kobe a day in my life, right? That's what it's all about. How are you affecting everybody else? Yeah. Like, I'm like, man, I'm the same age as Kobe too. I'm like, man, I'm almost about to shed a tear. I ain't never meet Kobe. Yeah. But he affected everybody's life, whether you knew it or not. Yeah. That's the one thing I'm going to remember. Yeah.
He was a good friend of mine. And the one thing that I learned from losing another friend, whether it was Marlon in college, whether it was Sean Taylor, whether it was Steve McNair, Jerome Brown,
Chris Campbell when I was in school, Al Blaze.
The only thing we have in life is time spent. Yeah. That's the only thing you can ever hold on to in life. Yeah. And I never forget the moment we looked at each other. And at the same time, we both said it. I see me and you. 96. Yeah. We came in together, 1996. Wow. And all of us say, oh, you can't do this and you can't do that. I said, before I'm done. KB said, before I'm done. Yeah. I'll be considered the greatest to ever do it. Yeah. And that time spent, you know this because we done it many a times. Yeah. When we got done training and the playoffs was on, we watching KB.
No doubt.
Right. Because he was an assassin.
Yeah, man.
When it comes to determination. Yeah. Right? A lot of kids want to be great. But it's one thing about being great. It's another thing about being consistent with being mediocre. Yeah.
And the one thing you always hear, he worked his butt off.
Man, he beat failure though, guys.
He beat failure.
What I remember.
Yeah, that's so good, Mike.
That first time he first stepped out there, man, and shot them air balls against Utah. He shot air balls.
Shot him air balls.
First of all, I swear on God is my witness. I remember watching it and saying, "My God, he shot an air ball." This kid just got in the NBA out of high school. He shot air ball. And I said, oh my God, that's disastrous. He came back down and shot another air ball. I was like, oh my God, in a tight game. And I remember saying, he's going to end up being the greatest.
Yeah.
He'll end up being one of the greatest. I promise you, I said this, God knows I'm telling the truth. You take everything I got. I know God knows I'm telling the truth. I said, when you, to have the guts at his age, on that stage, to take that shot and shoot an air ball, then come back and have the guts to take it again. It's either going to make you or break you when you leave that court. And he put in the work to make sure it did not break him. He was. That's that process I was talking about. He knew. He said, "I'll go back to the drawing board and go through the process, and I will get my prize." And he got that prize 5 times because he won 5 rings.
With the 81,
he just won a great one from all.
Right. Well, man, while we're here, I'll let you say it, man. Just, really, and I know it's already been done, but take time out to pray for his wife and families that was on that helicopter with Kobe, man. That's a very unfortunate event. We don't know how it's going to happen, but just know he's in a much better place than us. He's
got to be there for his family.
We renting here, man. This is rented space we in. This borrowed space here. Our home is closer to the Almighty. This is not our home, So
Totally. Let's do that. I think that's a great way to go into the next conversation about who would you say, Rand? We can start with you. What's your biggest inspiration? Since we talk about the inspiration Kobe Bryant was for all of us, who was your biggest inspiration coming in?
Wow, as a kid.
Yes.
Yeah, as a kid. Yeah, it wasn't hard for me. My greatest inspiration has always been my mother.
I know you. I need one of more Thanksgiving dinners, right?
I done met a lot of people. I done been around a lot of people. I understand she's mother, but I know I watched the warrior that never complained. She couldn't give you everything you wanted, but she made sure you had everything you needed. My mom introduced me to God so young. So young. And just to end it and pass it to quick, you know what it really was? It wasn't one thing that my mother told me. It was my observation to never see her complain. So when I find myself in life, I ain't got this, I ain't got that, or I want this, I want that. Early in life, so every day of my life, Quick knows this by like the back of his hand. Every day of my life became Mother's Day. I don't wait for Mother's Day.
It's every day?
Every day.
I tell my mom the same. I'm the same with Lou, with my family, no doubt, and I can mention all of them, but I can't mention my mentor, Ben Parquette, Reggie knows him, Miss Hall. I can mention them, man, but honestly, one of my biggest inspirations, man, and that's probably why I'm, smoking a cigar right now, is Michael Jordan.
MJ.
I watched, and Reg will tell you, because we used to battle. He was a Utah fan.
I was a Utah fan. He pushed Byron Russell. He pushed him.
He helped him.
You still suffering from that one?
He helped him. I always tell him that.
I like that he
helped him keep going.
He helped him. That's so good.
I like that.
But Michael Jordan, man, just because we talking about Kobe, and I know that I was like a son, a little brother to him. I watched everything Mike did. Reggie will tell you, man, I'm the biggest Michael Jordan fan. Even when we played basketball on the court, I'm doing everything. That's why I love Kobe so much, because I was in there emulating the walk. Kobe had him down to a science.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying?
He did. He had him down.
And Mike was my guy, man. I always saw MJ after he did an interview. That's why me and Ray was like that. Put on his suit, take his time, do his interview, had a cigar with him. You know what I'm saying? He was the epitome of a black man being a professional growing up.
We took that from him. Now I'm telling you, put on your suit first. Man, stop coming to me with a camera and my shirt off and stuff. I'm pissed off. I'm mad.
Right.
Let me calm down. I'm telling you, it's good.
I didn't, and it's crazy because I haven't felt, and I hate to bring it, I don't really mean to bring it up, but I felt that same kind of pain when Mike's dad passed, like Kobe. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, this ain't right. It ain't real. Yeah. You know, because we live in such a fake generation with posters and everybody on the gram they're not living that way. You know what I'm saying? So, but Mike was my guy, man. Mike was definitely a great inspiration to me to want to be great at my craft. You know, Ray and I talk about it a long time when I was in Baltimore. Weez and I always just laying across in the dorm room in the beds from each other, just talking about what we wanted to do, what we wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? And the whole time I have that work ethic like Mike, you know. Shot basketball, same way, but, you know, the basketball wasn't my thing, but I got my defense from basketball. Because Mike was 6-7 time defensive player of the year. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I wanted to do. That's why I went to defense. You know what I'm saying? That's where all that came from, that drive, that competitiveness. Don't get me wrong. Now, my dad was a bad boy, and that's where everything come from Karen Reed and Edward Reed, you know, Senior. You know what I'm saying? But man, Mike was that guy to look up to, man, to do it the right way.
Yeah, you used to run home to see him play a regular season game. Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Sprint home. You couldn't miss it.
You watched the whole season.
The whole season. Yeah. You can't miss a game.
Come on, man. I remember, and you remember this, and I'm going to leave it, I'm going to pass it to Reg, to Weez right here. You remember that Toilet Bowl game.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Y'all heard him talk about the Toilet Bowl game and what it was. The Toilet Bowl game was a Super Bowl for red shirt freshmen who wasn't on the football field, right?
Yeah.
I had the flu. I had the flu, right? And
good. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. So I had the flu, and I'm in the training room. Right? And they like, Ed, you gonna play? I'm like, man, I don't know. I went out there and did my thing. And Reggie will tell you, 4th and 1, with Najee 235, Najee Davenport. 4th and 1, you know it's coming.
That's a big deal.
They handed him the ball. When I tell you I hit Najee so hard.
Yes, sir.
The boys jumped over the stands, gave me the Toilet Bowl trophy. So I don't know if we doing the Toilet Bowl. We damn sure bringing it back. Go ahead, Weez.
I'm like y'all. You know, I can say all my family members.
Yeah.
You know, because they always supported me. My mom, my dad was always there, but my mom.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Watching her.
You're right.
Watching her get up in the morning and catch the bus.
Yeah.
To go to work.
Yeah.
I was a little kid. We driving to North Louisiana to where my dad's from. And I tell my mom, I say, "Ma, you ain't gonna have to pay for college. You ain't gonna have to pay for college."
Yeah.
I got it.
Right.
I'm the youngest one.
Yeah. Baby boy.
I got 2 older brothers.
Yeah.
And I tell her, "I got it, Ma. You're gonna be good."
Yeah.
Right. My mom, she supported me on everything.
Yeah.
Ain't missed a beat.
Yeah.
Went to every Pop Warner game. She would have been to every UM game, but we just ain't had the funds.
No doubt.
But she picked the one she wanted to come out to.
And she gave us that fettuccine.
And she made that fettuccine. Right?
Mama. Need that.
And even when I got to the pros, she went to every game.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter if I caught the winning touchdown or I dropped the winning touchdown.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I knew it was one person that's going to be in them stands.
Yeah. Mama Wayne.
That's going to have my back.
That's right.
So that motivated me. No, that's real. That's real talk.
And we all, and I talked about earlier, and when Coach was talking about it, when Coach was talking about me coming into Miami and getting into fights, that's what that was about.
Yeah.
That was about, because they
He was around when Moses was around.
Right. I wish. I'd like to glean from Moses. That man of God got enough knowledge I could from him. But coming into Miami, man, that's why I was getting into those scrapes. I'm the 15th of 17 kids.
Wow.
So when I got to Miami, I mean, you talk about having nothing. We had nothing. And my mom would always say, she would say, you know, when she had me, she said, baby, I prayed to God not to have another kid. I couldn't afford another kid. She said, but God told me when I got pregnant with you, he said, baby, this is going to be the one that will make your latter days greater than your former days.
Yeah.
And all I remember is she said this every day to me. God said, you're the one.
Yeah.
You're the one. And when I got in my mouth, I was like, I ain't got time to be playing with y'all. I ain't got time. I'm about my business here.
Yeah.
I'm about my business. I got to go somewhere. I got to get to the NFL. We ain't got nothing at home.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you right now, don't make me fight you here. Let's take it to the field. But I will fight you here, too.
Yeah.
I'm going to fight anywhere.
Yeah.
And I was just ready to help my mom because I heard her say that all these years. But on the football field, who inspired me more than anything, and I'll never forget this game, and I remember sitting home watching, it was a playoff game, it was the Chargers and the Dolphins. And I watched Kellen Winslow go out and give all he had, all he had. And then they would carry him off the field.
My goodness.
Yeah.
And then on third down, he would come back on the field and he'd catch a first down. And then they would have to carry him off the field again.
Yeah.
And then go get him back together. He was cramping, come back at third down. And I remember watching that game crying, and I was saying, that's what I want to do, boy.
Yeah.
I want to leave it all on the football field, boy. I don't care what. I said, boy, I'll die out there because I'm going to take your mind back here. I don't care what it is. To this day, every year, I go to the Hall of Fame, and I go every year. I go. I don't miss a year. I have a conversation with Kellen Winslow Bus about that game. I have a conversation. I like to call him, and for everybody in here, we all have them. We all have them. We have these people in our lives that without those people, we wouldn't be where we are today. Where we are today. I like to tab and call all of those people that have helped me get here the miracles on my journey.
No doubt.
They are the miracles on my journey. And without them, you knew you wouldn't be here, so you know God sent them to help you get to where you're supposed to be. That's why I call them the miracles on my journey. And seeing that game and watching Kellen Winslow, that was everything for me, man. I was willing to lay it on the ground and leave it all right there in each and every play.
So we're starting to wrap this up, right? I'm sad because we need to do this more often without cameras. We need to do this. I'm serious, Mike.
True stuff.
Get the thing done.
Be on time.
More Hurricanes need to see each other.
We do.
Right?
We'll work that out.
Make sure you say yourself. But the question is, pass that message. But the question is, you heard it. The question is, who is the greatest Hurricane of all time?
Hey.
There's a lot finna go on in here right now. There's a lot finna go on in here right now, Mike. There's a lot finna go on in here right now.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna give y'all this line right here. I'm gonna give this line right here.
Uh-oh.
You feel me? You sure y'all won't hang with old Eddie Kane? You sure y'all won't hang with old Eddie Kane Jr.?
Quick saying he's the greatest of all time. Reggie.
I'm not.
Who is? Who's the greatest Hurricane of all time?
They did a panel about this already, so we can pull up the article. Who's the people's favorite?
What did the article say? Quick, I didn't see the article.
You didn't see the article?
No, I ain't see it.
Sugar Luke.
I ain't see it.
Sugar Luke. You know.
Well, who they say?
Somebody got to pull this up, right? Y'all saw the article? Somebody here had to see the article, right? I disagreed with it, but you know.
So who was the greatest?
They said yours truly, man.
Quick.
But I disagree with that because of this. And Reggie said it. We all said it. I wouldn't have been nowhere without my teammates pushing me.
Yeah.
I was nowhere without this guy. We came in together with the same radio with a 13-inch TV.
With the VHS on stuff too.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Together, all in one.
You know, I mean, it was a requirement for me to catch. I wouldn't have the interceptions I had without this dude. You had to catch in that room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's tossing the ball to you when you walk in the door. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't about the one guy, because all of us had teammates that drove us, that pushed us, that put us to where we at right now. You know what I'm saying? The battles on the offense versus defense was like no other. You felt you out there on that field on defense, felt you going when Reggie was there, you know what I'm saying? That's all it was about. It wasn't about the one guy, even though there's an argument, you know, I know we don't give a shit about that.
Right. That's one argument that's why I said what I said. That's one argument that I stand behind him 100%. I don't ever think you can rate Hurricane.
I don't.
You can't rate us. Because we're one. We think alike.
Yeah.
We hunt alike.
Yeah.
It's only one.
Yeah.
It's only one, man. It's only one.
I like that we can't rate him.
But I'm still the greatest. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to hear none of that. I'm the greatest. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it that I am the greatest. I didn't see that on it. I didn't see that on it. I didn't see that on it. What you got?
I saw another article that said
it's okay. It's all right. And guess what? You motivated me, because I remember when we was out there as young bucks, you came back and was running 110s with a weighted vest on.
Right.
Motivated me.
Hey.
And I'm gonna drop the mic like this. But I am still the best receiver in Hurricane history. And I got the title. Whoa. I'm gonna drop the mic on that. Whoa. And that is a fact.
Hey,
Guys.
2-0 Reed, boy. Best DB, boy, knock you off your feet, all right? Y'all receivers.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, Mike, I don't know who the best
Ray.
out here.
That's all right.
Ed,
Yeah.
Reggie, Michael, cannot thank you enough for the inspiration and the stories you shared tonight. And if there's one thing we've learned, it's all about the you.
All about it.
Get it going. We got to get a CNA yet. Come on, get him going. Get him going. Get him going. C-A-N-E-S-K. Bro, come on, man. Come on, man. You know it, big brother. Oh, man. This here right here. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you all. Yeah.
We really enjoyed it. We almost didn't. Thanks for the love over the years, baby. Thanks for the love over the years.
That guy right
It's
there.
a tremendous experience.
I'm glad you stayed, bro. I'm glad you stayed.
No pick.
Yeah, man, that's good. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
This is Nicaraguan. That boy over here looking like Ross. Y'all be good.
Man, that was...
But you know it.
the biggest inspiration.
The article was wrong.